unite as a country, like the audience, the industries, and you become one, then you become a powerful unit.
True.
Only then can you compete against the Hollywood. So when you decide that chalo boycott karte hai picture, you're not affecting just Amir Khan.
Yeah.
You're affecting thousands of families who lose food, who lose work, and he's somebody who's pulling crowd to the theaters.
Exactly.
There is a change in the way they look at me after Baahubali. Nothing is permanent. It will happen this way and it will happen that way also.
Correct.
Wait until it goes the other way around. So what? Let our glory happen for some time.
Debate
There
that
is
is
a
still
north
happening.
and a south, but why versus?
Yeah.
You know, why
True.
versus?
If they say Vijay is good, for me it's unacceptable. Like it's a really bad day.
What?
They have to be like he's extraordinary.
Oh my God. I'm joined by the terrific trio of Liger, Vijay, Ananya and Ramya ji, only on India Today, who are creating an afat throughout the nation. But today they are here to create an afat with me on India Today. Welcome, firstly.
Hello.
A huge congratulations. The trailer is doing so well. I think it guarantees you what we were looking for exactly, which is a pure and good entertainment masala film. But tell me, if you had to take one quality, because there's so much that I take away when I watch the trailer. There's so much, like the mother-son relationship, the interpersonal relationships, apart from the journey and the struggles of the person. But if there's one quality that you take away by the end of the film, after shooting, what is that one quality you would want to imbibe in your real life as well? With you.
I've lived with this philosophy of aag laga denge and vaat laga denge.
Vaat laga denge.
Yeah, I've always lived with that philosophy, and it's a very important philosophy of Liger, and I think lots of people will take that. I would like people to take that with them.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you, Ananya? Is there one quality?
I think that feeling of all or nothing sort of feeling, like if you're doing something, go all the way and do it. And I really experienced that while shooting the film also, because there was a lot of stuff that was outside of my comfort zone also, because even though there are some similarities between Tanya and I, she's like level 100 and I'm level 10 maybe in the drama that she does. So I just believe in like going all the way if you're going for something, not being too caught up in how will I look, what will this look like, how will it come out. So that's something that I'll take away.
Correct. Ramya ji, for you?
First, I want to say something about what Vijay said. Aag laga dege and stuff.
Vaat
There was
laga
one evening where I was sitting with him and I asked him, from here where? What is your ambition? He said, I want to be the king.
Oh.
You know, that kind of a confidence and clarity is what he's functioning from, is what I wanted to say for him from what I've noticed. And he is there, he's on track.
Yeah.
He never deviates. That's what I've noticed in him. And for me, like she said, all out. I have to give a kick, I give a full kick. I have to slap, I slap. And I say, utna sale, I say it with all out. So yeah.
But I have to tell you, in the trailer, my favorite line is that, apart from I'm a fighter line, and when Mike Tyson just says, if you are a fighter, who am I?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But talk to me a bit about what was that experience like to shoot with him, who's an inspiration for the film itself.
Shooting with Mike Tyson was it's a memory for life. I think we will always have a story to tell
Yeah.
about how it was to just be around that man and be with him. And this film gave us an opportunity to work with one of the biggest legends on this
Yeah.
planet, and it was just an amazing experience. It's just a memory. It's a story.
So on screen, of course, we'll see what the equation would be. But
Yeah.
off screen, did you have any conversation with him, perhaps, which you would want to share? Something that
Ananya
excited
and
you?
Mike are best friends.
Is it?
Besties. No, I think he was like a gentle giant, you know, like from he looks like you're observing like this lion in the wild and stuff. But when you go and talk to him, he's really funny and he loved Indian food. So one day I remember we got like biryani and he loves just
Wow.
eating plain naan also. So we had like this
Just
Indian,
naan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just loves naan.
Wow.
So we had this whole Indian feast with him, and I remember on the last day we went to take pictures with him and stuff, and everyone was taking these smiley pictures, and I was like, no, like my picture with Mike Tyson, I can't just be standing and smiling. So with all the courage that my heart had, I was like, can we do something fun? And he just grabs me and he pretends like he's like, biting me or something. And it was
Oh, that's so
my
cool.
memory for life.
Yeah.
I don't think you've shared that picture so far, have you?
It's the
No,
one on
really.
the Insta, but that's why mine is the little like hatke
Oh,
one. Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah.
But Ramyaji, for you, I want to know, I mean, you have been doing cinema for such a long time. There's a legacy that you carry, I would say. But I think the shift in gear came after Baahubali, where everyone was just like, oh, you can't not notice Ramya Krishnan anymore. Do you see a change in the way industry is also looking at you now? And when I talk about industry, it's not just the South industry, but the Indian industry as a whole. Do you see a change in the way roles are being written, perhaps, for you?
There is a change in the way they look at me after Bahubali.
But was it precisely after Baahubali, or was it there even before?
Down south, it was before Bahubali. Pan India, it was only after Bahubali. Yeah, roles are written on those lines, and yeah,
It's a good change.
it is a good change. People notice, and I need to say that this is not this is not the only thing that I can do. I'm capable of more than
Exactly.
this and different roles. Yes.
Yeah, and I think with Liger, again, people are noticing, and there will be a huge change, especially given the situation and the global, I mean, the way we are heading for global content and everything. But I was reading somewhere, a source was quoted who said that Vijay is no more signing any Bollywood movie till he's sure of how Liger is being received by the audience. I want to know, I'm sure you have been bombarded already with films, with the craze everyone is talking about. Is that true? Is there anything true to that?
I'm in no hurry to like sign films. Right now I'm so busy promoting the film, and I want to enjoy the process of promoting, meeting people, talking to people, traveling the country, eating food. So I'm in
Wearing chappals.
Yeah. So I'm in no mind space to look at work beyond Liger right now. So once Liger is done, I'll take some time and aram se listen to stuff and figure what I want to do next.
Right.
Yeah.
But like she mentioned, you're very sure of what next for you. Like,
Yeah, I know what I want to do.
and that is?
When I hear it, I'll know.
Ah, correct.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I know what I want to do, but like when I hear a script, I know.
Instinctively.
Yeah, then I know
Correct.
that this is it.
Lovely. But I also want to know, does it worry you, because Liger is coming right, I mean, from 2 weeks from now, when on Twitter there's just so much chatter about Bollywood, raising concerns about how Bollywood films are performing at the box office, how South is sort of eating up the market. There's just so much being talked about. Does it worry you as artists? from
Everything is a circle. Nothing is permanent. It will happen this way and it will happen that way also.
Correct.
Wait until it goes the other way around. So what? Let our glory happen for some time.
Yeah, yeah, it's a circle.
True,
She said
yes.
it perfectly.
But does it worry you at some point? Because there's just incessant chatter, sometimes logical, sometimes illogical as well. Does it bother you that people are dividing, while we are all talking about Indian industry, there's still this North versus South debate?
There
that
is a
still
north
happening?
and a south, but why versus?
Yeah.
You know, why
True.
versus?
No, like I feel this is something we have to learn. It's the same mistake that we have been doing from like 200-300 years.
Okay.
Like when the East India Company came, I'm going like full
I was
flashback.
like, what?
Going full flashback. But what were we doing then? We were like one kingdom against the
Dividing.
other.
Divide and rule.
Basically,
Fighting
it was
each
a
other.
British.
And what happened? We got for 200 years, where we were ruled by the British, and they took so much from here that if you go anywhere in London to the museums, you will see what we had. If you go to any museum in the United Kingdom, which contains Indian artifacts, you'll see the amount of luxury and money that went from here, spices,
course,
money.
yeah.
Why it happened? Because we're all fighting against each other.
Yeah.
Tu ya main. I think we have to learn from there, and only when you unite as a country, like the audience, the industries, and you become one, then you
Yeah.
become a powerful unit.
True.
Only then can you compete against a Hollywood, or you can compete against China.
I agree.
I
Only
agree
then
with
will
that
your
too,
market
yeah.
will be bigger, movies will make more money, then you become a powerful you become one
Industry
machine.
as a
Yeah.
whole, yeah.
And we have so many stories to tell from every city, you know, that'll relate to the whole country. We've been traveling because of the promotion round. There's so many people. Everyone has this one common emotion. So there's so much relatability and there's so much scope for stories to
Yeah.
be told. So there's no point in saying this is yours, this is mine.
Exactly, and I feel at the end of the day, it is one country,
Yeah.
right? We're talking about Indian film industry. Whenever we go to the West, it's not like South film नहीं है क्या या North की film नहीं है क्या? It's always
Yeah.
the Indian film
Yeah,
at the end of the day. RRR Bahubali is being referred to as Indian film and not
Yeah.
really a South film or a
Yeah.
North film. But I also want to know, because I mean, if an Amir Khan film like a Lal Singh Chadda is facing the kind of boycott and cancel culture on Twitter, the kind of chat that is happening, what do you take away from it, or what do you tell people who are
I'm actually unaware of it. So wrong person to ask.
no, but in general, like the boycott call that is happening, what do you take away from it? Like, what do you want to tell people who have not even watched the film and are calling for something like this?
I just think on a film set, other than the actor, director, actress, there are at least 10 main characters. Like my
Right.
mom is there, my coach is there, Mike Tyson is there. They're all important characters. Then there are at least like 200 actors, 300 actors who are working on the film.
Yeah.
And the crew.
And all of us have staff. I have like 6 staff. She has 6 staff. We all have. That way, there are under 1,000 people working for these
Yeah.
main team. Then there's a crew of another 300-400 people whose families are 4 each. So one film, when Amir sir makes one film, it's not. It's his name that stars.
Yeah.
Lal Singh Chadda stars Amir Khan, but there's 2,000-3,000 families that he's providing for every day. When we shoot this interview, there are 4 camera guys who are getting paid. There are 2 light guys who are getting paid. There are 3 makeup people that are getting paid. There are 3 costume people that are getting paid. 10 staff that are getting paid.
Who totally depend on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day to day living.
Yeah. So when you decide that chalo boycott karte hai picture, you're not affecting just Amir
One
Khan.
person.
Yeah.
You're affecting thousands of families who lose food, who lose work, and he's somebody who's pulling crowd to the theaters.
Exactly.
And just if I don't know what is the reason behind the boycott thing exactly. I'm also
Yeah.
not fully
Aware, yeah.
I'm aware, but I know that currently this thing is happening. and
Yes.
it's been brought to my notice. So for some misunderstanding or not understanding the situation right, you're not affecting Amir Khan. You should just realize that you're affecting a whole economy and so many families that are involved in
the
the
process.
film.
Yeah.
So it's like a much bigger picture at play.
True, I agree with you. Ananya, you have faced some sort of criticism. I mean, you're Twitter's
Am I
favorite in
boycotted
general.
right now?
No,
Okay.
not at all. But I think that you have, in the course of, since you debuted, I think you've kind of got used to the Twitter trolls,
Yeah, yeah.
memes, and criticism.
Yeah.
You know, even with Gehraiyan, while there was a section who loved
Yeah.
your performance, there was also a section who was
Yeah.
trolling, right? Do you feel now, when you hear of all these things, you're sort of like unbothered or at least immune to it?
No, I think it depends on the day. Obviously, like some days I get very, very affected, and then some days I'm not bothered. And I think that that's normal. That's a human reaction that you would have. And I've just realized that there's nothing better than to just keep working hard and making
Yeah.
sure that my work speaks for itself. And I think for people also to realize that they're only seeing a facet of my personality when they see me in interviews or whatever they see of me. There's a lot more to a person than just a 5-minute
True.
conversation that they
True.
see sometimes. But it's okay. I think in time, it's okay. I'm in no rush. I just want to prove myself and I want people to like me as an actor.
Yeah, and I think they're doing that with the kind of films
Yeah.
and the choices that you've been making. With Ramya ji, I want to know from you, like, you've seen the industry also change over the years, right? You've seen the young generation, the kind of films that they are doing, how the market is changing, and yet stay rooted to the stories that you've been doing. What is it that you perhaps learn from them, and when you're working, or what do you take away from them? Because there's always this synergy between when as actors you rub off each other's energy, right? I want to know, on set, what was it like to have
I love
them?
the young world's confidence
Ah,
that we lacked and have gathered during the course of time, which they have initially itself. And they're sure about what they want. They're sure about if a shot is placed, they're sure about what they're supposed to do, which took us a long time to understand.
Yeah.
So, so when they are there, the youngsters today, when they face the camera for the first time itself, it is, I feel like it would have been like my 10th film experience. It's what they have to give in their first film, in their first shot.
That is true.
So that's a major difference.
And what about you? I mean, like I said, it's a give and take. What did you learn from Ramya? She's a epitome of stardom, like someone mentioned, and it's true. Ananya, for you?
She's just so powerful. We've had maybe 2 or 3 scenes together, but I remember on set she would be very quiet and very like sweet and how are you doing, this, that, talking to her son. Suddenly the camera would come on and there was just this fire and I was like, oh my god, like, so I think just the immense power. I think she's really someone who doesn't I don't know, I've never questioned her on it, but she doesn't seem like someone who overthinks the process too much. She just has this inherent fire in her, and I think she conserves a lot of it for
the
film
scene.
and scenes. That's what I've seen.
No, whatever I don't do consciously.
Yeah, it's just some magic that happens inside. Yeah.
I think that is why it is so natural on screen as
yeah.
well. For you, Vijay, what do you learn from Ramya ji?
I just enjoyed the experience of working with her, because I admired her as an actress from before. This was the first time I met ma'am on the set. I remember the first day I went to say hi, so I went into her caravan and I was just sitting and staring at her like this.
I remember.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to say something. She's not saying
And I
anything.
was just looking at her. She has these big, powerful eyes, and I was just like, oh.
I was like,
Yeah. I just sat quietly,
For how long?
for like an
quite some
awkwardly
time,
long
like, it was
time.
quite awkward.
You didn't say anything.
I said,
She was just like, oh, please speak something.
I just sat for some time and I think I was also thinking mother.
Mother, yeah.
Like this is my mother, and I was like, she looks like this, and she's stunning. Like when you see her.
Of course.
Yeah. So then I sat for some time, and then I enjoyed doing the scenes with her. And for me, something like when a film comes out, I enjoy reading reviews.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I enjoy reading reviews. And if they say Vijay is good, for me it's unacceptable. Like it's a really bad day.
What?
They have to be like, he's extraordinary.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
you got me there, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So good for me is an insult.
Extraordinary.
yeah.
Everyone who is going to be reviewing
Yeah,
has to like.
Vijay has to kill it. That's his job to do that. And I know now she's there, who's killing it on one level every day.
That's
So
true.
I'm now like, okay, need to be on your game.
Yeah.
You can't like.
That's true.
But as an actor, it's such a privilege to be able to play off someone like Ramya ma'am, because it just improves your own performance.
Of course.
I feel. So I've been lucky to work with her.
Like I mentioned at the beginning itself, when you see one scene and you're just like, oh my god. Like,
And also the scenes that we were doing, I was speaking in Hindi and she was speaking in Telugu. So I could just tell from her face and her eyes and her reactions what she was saying. Like, because you would mix and match the lines. So even though I knew the context, at every moment I knew exactly what she was saying just through her eyes.
wow.
Yeah.
It would be something to be on set and just watch her perform as
Yeah.
well, right? But before I let you go, Vijay, on Coffee with Karan, you definitely did mention that you would be okay, sort of like, and it was shot way before Ranveer's pictures came out. So I want to know from you. You said that you would be okay if it is done aesthetically. But after watching what has happened with Ranveer,
Still okay.
you'd be okay doing it?
Yeah.
And what do you take of all this again? Like, the kind of trolls he has to go to for
You
something.
need drama in life. नहीं तो boring हो जाएगा ना. कुछ ना कुछ.
Wow, that's my headline. You need drama in life.
Yeah, people also need some drama in life every day. You're here on this planet for 100 years or 90 years. Something needs to happen. No, every day to move the clock and move the day and converse.
keep you occupied.
Yeah, true.
It's just, these are all, they don't matter at all. It's just.
Were you all shocked though when you saw the kind of trolls that were happening?
I was shocked because my response was very like, I
Yeah,
thought it's
we all thought
artistically
it was
done.
so
Yeah,
I didn't see
yeah.
the pictures.
You've not seen the photos?
Neither have I seen the trolls, but
But drama, you know.
But I don't think I can watch a man that is in the nude.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. But you were shocked, clearly.
I just thought it was unnecessary. I
Yeah,
mean,
true. Ramyaji, do you want to add anything?
I thought he looked good.
Yeah. On that note, thank you so much.
Thank
Now,
you.
before I let you go, I just have one. So, if you could steal something from this one person, which I will name, anything, it could be their clothes, their superpower, their acting, whatever it could be. You have to let me know what do you want to do. Okay. So, I'll just take 2 rounds of it. So, we'll start with you first.
Okay.
Shah Rukh Khan.
His title, King.
Ananya, for you, Aditya Roy Kapoor.
Chopra or Kapoor?
Kapoor.
Makeup in
Kapoor.
mind.
Why are you
Kapoor.
asking her that
I
all the
know,
time?
yeah. From Aditya Roy Kapoor, I would steal his chilled out attitude.
Ramyaji, from you, SS Rajamouli.
He's like a duck, who's like flapping inside, and on top he looks so cool
Calm.
and controlled.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, so you want to
Yeah.
steal
Yeah,
calmness.
attitude, yeah.
Yeah.
The calm.
He is calm.
Oh, lovely.
That's what we can see. But nothing, what he does can happen with that calmness. For sure, he's struggling
Inside.
beneath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Rashmika.
her willpower. She has mad willpower. She'll
Right.
decide something, you can't stop her. So.
Wow. Shahid Kapoor.
His wisdom.
Right. Salman Khan.
Swag.
Oh, lovely. On that note, thank you so much, all of you. I
Pleasure.
hope that Liger does amazingly well at the box office,
Yeah.
so that we can all enjoy a pure entertainer,
Yes.
Yes.
like it has been promised in the trailer.
Thank
and
you.
much more from all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm joined by the terrific trio of Liger, Vijay, Ananya, and Ramyaji right here on India Today.